Ladies, gentlemen, internet, welcome back to Fantasy Farm here on Stardew Valley. The spirits are in good humor for once this season, and it is going to be very windy today, which is quite fitting considering what's going on outside right now. If you hear a little bit of static and the like, it is, at least for the very brief moment, calm outside. However, it is very, very windy today. I might show a little bit of footage of last Thursday and what was going on around my area. It's a little bit calmer than that. Instead of the gusts being up to 90 miles an hour, it is only up to 50 miles an hour today. So it is better, but still not good by any stretch of the imagination. But that said, I am in the mood to record, and we are overdue for me recording as I am getting close to running out of my set amount of footage here. It has been about a month since I last played. I believe the 24th of February was when last I played, and it is now currently the 18th of March, so very, very close to a full month. Alright, let's see here. I would like to keep the cranberries. I'm going to keep like 10 of the gold star, I think, and the rest I'm just not going to worry about. I'm willing to bet for the corn we probably already have. I'm actually not going to sell much of the fairy rose here. That looks pretty good. I think we already have the 5 gold star corn over here, correct? We do. Okay. Good. I think we are clear to sell the rest of this, then. We'll do a quick run through here. We're starting to get large eggs, which is good, because that means we'll be getting the large brown egg pretty soon. But I do remember that I don't want to put those in that treasure chest, as we are still doing this. With the omelets, I'm going to put these in here. Suppose I could let them out. So, if I remember correctly, in the last episode, I did like a really quick run through because I've not edited the last episode because I wanted to, you know, have that a little bit more quickly available to be able to scroll through and figure out, okay, this is what I did in the very last episode. Put that back down. I didn't want to move that. There we go. So I know I did get the cow, I did get the sheep, so we're pretty good for the time being outside of needing a pig, really. We do need that, but otherwise we're pretty much taken care of on the barn and coop fronts, which is good. So from here, debating what we're going to do, I don't think the mushroom cave is ready. I obviously do need to pick up some more fall seeds, as we are starting to have a couple free spots here. So I'll make sure that I don't have any mixed seeds of the like before doing that. But I think our big goal here, at least in terms of what to do with our money that we've been making, is primarily... No, I'm not seeing any mixed seeds in here. Is primarily focusing on getting the bundles for the community center, specifically the money bundles, all done to unlock the bus. I think that's our most ideal choice. By doing that, we can, of course, get the sandfish, which will take care of another bundle. And I think aside from that, we're waiting for fall crops, if I'm correct. We're waiting on this, waiting on that. Or no, we have that. We're working towards the gold star pumpkins. We can't do the winter foraging yet. That's in the desert. This is all the money. Waiting on the apples, waiting on the rabbit's foot. The shell is in winter, and waiting on the duck feather. Because we have both a duck and a bunny, yes. Yeah, we do. So it is a fair bit of just waiting on the animals for the time being. Abigail has a birthday today. And because of that, I'm actually going to run back and get her a present. But in the meantime, you guys will be able to see on screen right now Abigail's likes and love list. So we'll go ahead and roll that footage right now. Today is Abigail's birthday, and I, for one, am proud of myself for remembering to record this before I headed to work, so you don't have to hear me whispering. That's a nice little plus. For Abigail's love list, as you can see, there's kind of a weird amalgamation of stuff, as she's kind of the adventurous type. She is a big eater, but she's a very adventurous type, which is why things like the Monster Compendium are here. Honestly, your best bets are probably going to be the Amethyst, because it's very easy and you likely have plenty of these by now. The chocolate cake, which you will not have the recipe for, but you can get some of these from a bundle from the community center by completing one of the quests there, so it's possible you have these. Or if you used any speed grow, you might have an extra pumpkin laying around. These would all be good options. If you've got some extra pufferfish and you don't have anything else, sure, you could do that too, but I feel like that would be less likely than the 3 things that I just listed. For Abigail's like list, there are, again, some very weird options here. There is no way you have the Basilisk Paw at this point, and Combat Quarterly is a book, and I recommend obviously not giving those away as gifts, so don't go with either of those. Of the remaining 3, easily the easiest one to get is the Quartz, as you already well know. But if for whatever reason you've got the Ancient Sword or Bone Flute, you've already donated the first one, and you don't know what else to do with it, you could give her one of those too. But again, I recommend the Quartz if you have to go with something on her like list. If you're going with love list, in order, it's probably Amethyst, followed by Chocolate Cake, followed by Pumpkin. So, overall, she's not too terribly hard to gift. Alright, let's see if Abigail is still home. I'd wager she probably... No, she is not, unless she's over here somewhere. Ah, there you are. Hey, do you have any scarecrows on your farm? I do. Happy birthday! Hey, you remember my birthday. Thanks, Delta. This is really nice. You're welcome. What are we doing now on her hearts? Oh, there she is. At 5. Alright, cool. Good progress, then. Good progress. Hey, Pierre, I'm going to talk to you and get a little bit of friendship with you. And as for what I want to buy, that is a good question. I do think, because we're going to have a very small window left that we can do pumpkins, that I want it to be the pumpkin seeds. These, like I said, these or the cranberries are largely your best crop choice for fall for direct money. So you're probably going to be taking one or the other, and at this point I think I would rather take the pumpkins, because on the small off chance that I don't get enough gold star pumpkins, then this will give me a little bit of a backup. I doubt that's going to happen given how many we have, but just on the small 1 in a million chance that that's the case, I want to make sure I can cover for that. Make sure I get all these spots. I'll come back and water that in a little bit here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I need to get 23 more. Okay. Since I'm here, I'll grab this. We'll continue on our merry adventure. That is one of the things about replacing the crops, is sometimes it just takes a fair bit of time. Later on, when you've got, you know, just buckets of money, you kind of just keep a little bit of everything on your farm in terms of seeds, and then you could just go to a treasure chest and just pick it right back out. And there you go. Yep, Caroline, I'd say you're pretty old-fashioned. And of course, it's obviously a bit meta to say, oh, does this person play too many video games while being a character in a video game? But that's part of the fun. Alright, so once we've got all our crops watered, what do we do with a good luck day? We've obviously got a few options here. In terms of money making, we could fish, we could mine. We've got a couple different possibilities here. I am leaning towards mining, just again, to work on getting the level ups, because we're pretty close to getting all of our skills fully maxed out, and it would be good to do that. Because I believe we are at 7 for combat, 9 for mining, and everything else is at level 10. While it's not the most important thing in the game to do, it would be nice to have that taken care of. Those gold bars away. We can leave the deluxe speed grow out here too. I think since I'm thinking about it, I am going to go ahead and take the donations here over to the community center, and we'll see which ones we can unlock for the money bundles. I'll probably just do the 5,000 for now, because on the off chance that something pops up in the traveling merchant tomorrow, I do want to make sure I can still afford that, so that's why I'm not going to go with the 10k option. But yes, I am fully aware that I could do that bundle. I just don't want to be left with about 700 gold plus whatever I make from selling. Even though I did sell a little bit, I do want to be careful with that. I think everything's going to be over here because these are all crops. So let's see. Fall crops, eggplants. Quality crops will go here. Large egg will go here. I'm actually thinking I'm going to save the... Well, nah. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it to get the bundle done. Plus, I also did just plant more, so yeah, now we are looking for either a large milk or a large goat milk. We've got those coming on the way, but we could potentially find them from the traveling merchant. For quality crops, we just need more pumpkins, and those should be grown decently soon, as they take 13 days, and I planted them on day 1, so they will likely be ready tomorrow, if I'm doing the math right, but I could be incorrect on when I planted them, but I do believe that is correct. So now we go back to the mines. I'm also going to pause really quickly and blow my nose here, so I will be right back. Alright, when we are back, much better. I'm not sick or anything like that. Again, it's just extremely windy outside, and like, even though I've got blackout curtains up, I can see through the top of them, and it just looks brown outside. Like, I can tell, I can smell the dirt in the air. It's just super, super, super nasty outside right now. It's a good day to not be outside. Alright, let's stick with the low levels here and do what we've been doing. One of the things I should have checked was how much stone I had now that I've finished doing all the upgrades for the barn and the coop, to see if it was worth my time to break these bigger rocks, as these big ones don't give any experience, but they do give a lot of stone, so... Yes, send in your bats. Send them all to me. These are far from the best enemy in the game to give experience, but if nothing else, remember, these are getting us closer to the Monster Slayer achievements. So I will still gladly accept them as such. Oh, that's right, we did have to defeat 10 red slimes as well. I forgot about that, even though I just saw it not that long ago. Shame it wasn't slay 10 bats. Yeah, keep sending them in, man. Keep sending them in. Got some new ideas to sleep on, and that is level 8 combat. See? It paid off to go after the bats. Just the one time, yeah, just because there might be slime here. It would be a nice little bonus to get that taken care of, but if it doesn't happen, then no big deal. I do obviously want to keep working on the combat, but I would be more interested in getting the final level for mining than anything else, but we'll see what happens here. Okay, there's not really anything here. Anything in the immediate area? There's some gold. I'll take it. Warp totem back. Oh, cool. And I got my bomb back, too. That worked out quite well. I'll hang on to the bone fragments. These have some use, so... Not really anything we've seen yet, but they will come into play. There is actually one of the big quests on the bulletin board can potentially have you pick, I think it's 100 bone fragments up in I think the span of a week, I'm pretty sure, but don't quote me on that. So they can be used in that big quest for one, but I know they're used in some other things too. Nothing immediately here. Alright. Back out we go. So hopefully everybody has been doing well as we've been progressing through March. We've had some crazy stuff between the weather going on here and some other kind of weird phenomenon that I will probably not point out just because it might be a little too obvious where I live if I do mention it, so I'm not going to specifically. But yeah, things have been a little wonky lately, but it is nice to say goodbye to the cold weather. I, for one, will not miss it. And I will not miss it throughout summer, and I will not miss it when it returns, for that matter. I, for one, enjoy being able to walk outside and not just immediately feel like can't feel my arms and legs. It's definitely nice to be able to enjoy the weather when it's not, doing what it's doing right now, basically. Do I want to throw anything away? Nah, that's just a single piece of copper ore. I think I'll be okay without it. Yeah, I see you hanging out down there. Eventually I do need to go back to the lower floors, being like 5, 10, 15, 20, and do some monster hunting there. Not just for the monsters, but for something else as well. That I'm a little surprised we haven't seen. It's not impossible by any stretch, but still. I think we already have this shirt, so I'm going to go ahead and toss that. What is that? Oh, it's a, hair piece. Interesting. I'm going to literally wear this just for the remainder of the day, just to be able to sell it and see if it's worth anything. I think usually stuff like this either can't be sold or it's not worth anything, but we'll see. That's 4. It is getting late, but as we gained a level, as you'll remember, it's been a while since this kind of played a part, as level gaining has obviously been slowing down with only 2 skills left to level up, and they're both at very high levels. But when you gain a level, you will not lose any energy, even if you get to bed late, so we can afford to stay up a bit later now. Got a fair few of those solar essences, which are good. I feel like they're used in more than I think they are. I know they sell for a pretty decent amount, and they are also a loved gift for the wizard, so they work quite well in that regard. I'm gonna eat one more of those. Yeah, we can get rid of the fiber for that amethyst. I think we have just enough time to, like, very quickly check one more round here. No, I don't think I've got enough time to fight those guys and get everything back, so... I could have warped Totem to go a tiny bit faster, but I don't think it would have made enough of a difference to really justify doing that, so I'm not going to worry about it. What else do I want to toss in here? I'll put in the bat wings, sure. Just see how much solar essences are worth. Yeah, it's not going to let me sell that. Alright, well, we'll leave that in the house then, I suppose. There's all of this stuff that we can put away. Mixed seeds in here, as well as this. Technically, that should go in the other chest, but I don't think I'm going to have enough time to walk all the way over there and back multiple times. Crab will go here. This will go there. That's not actually where the warp totem goes, so I'm going to pull that back out. And we shall bid Callie a good night. Level 8 combat. New crafting recipes are the slime incubator and explosive ammo. This is not one that I use that much, and ultimately I'm not going to give any real info on it because I need to learn more about how the slime incubation stuff works. The explosive ammo is surprisingly pretty helpful if you are looking to get through an area quickly using the slingshot and there's a lot of rocks. So it is deceptively pretty good, actually. Also, I did remember just now that I did not buy the bundles in the community center, but that's okay, because we still have plenty of money, and now we definitely won't have to worry about missing anything in the traveling merchant, because we're low on funds. Queen of Sauce, I think we already have this one. Trout soup. There's something about fresh-caught trout that gets me buzzing. Maybe it's the subtle taste of the river. At any rate, I've got a wonderful trout soup recipe to share with you today. Learn how to cook trout soup. Could not enunciate that P in soup for some reason. It's going to be windy. And the pumpkins are ready. I'm going to very quickly, first and foremost, put this in here. I did pick up that bee house as well from the community center little bonus thing. So I'm just going to, for now, put this, like, here, I think. I'll put these away. Go pet the animals. Ooh, and it looks like the apples are ready, too. Oh, man. Apples and pomegranates both are ready. We're about to see a lot of stuff be good to go here. We're going to have the pumpkins. We're going to have the set of apples. We're about to have more money than what we know to do with, at least for this point. This will probably be the highest amount we've had yet. So that was, let's see, 23, 29, 27. So that was, we'll just add these two together. That would be 50. So 59 is what I've got for what I need to replant the seeds, which is actually 58. Well, actually, it might be a little bit less than that. 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, and then right here, we've got mixed seeds to lower that to 54. All right. I will do my best to remember that. I'm actually going to move these over here real quick. there too. I don't really need these. I'll hang on to the pomegranate, of course. As for how much of the pumpkins I want to keep, I do want to keep the regular ones. I'm going to keep, like, 10, I think, of these, and I'm going to sell the rest. So I do plan on refilling this with more pumpkins, so we'll be okay on that front. But first, I would like to check the traveling merchant and see what we have available there. If there is anything worthwhile, that would be a nice little bonus to have, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, as time goes on, you just don't find as much useful stuff here because you have the ability to pick them up. Rice pudding, gold bar, crystal fruit, duck egg, cookies, super meal, artichoke seeds, cranberry sauce, cheese, salmon dinner, red cabbage seeds, modern table, rare crow. None of that is anything I am too terribly interested in, I'm afraid. Also, I did want to take those pumpkins directly to Pierre, so I might grab the set that I can out of the box and then take it to him and replace for the 34, I think I said is what it was. Or 54. 54, not 34. I'll take these back out and sell them. Train is passing through Stardew Valley. Oh, that's nice. I'm not really interested in that, but thanks. Eventually that moss, it will be explained in due time what we're using that for. It's a bit of a game of patience, but it will pay off. There's another quest here. Nobody's birthday is today, so we're good there. Shane would like an emerald. I can probably swing by and give him that pretty quickly. Here we go. I'm very sure I've got the emerald. He might be at work, would be my guess by now. No, he's not. He's not at work. Maybe he's got today off because it's Sunday. I'll have to poke around and see if I can't find where he is. I noticed that I've been doing the quests a lot more than I would in my typical files. Normally I just wouldn't be bothered, typically, unless it was a character that I was trying to romance. That I figured, oh, this is a chance to get more hearts with them. Usually I just would not take the time. But I kind of like, taking the time. I think it helps give a little bit more variety to me, to not just doing the same thing over and over again. Put that up. Not here. Emerald. Right there. I'm going to go ahead and crack these geodes, I think, as well. We'll see how things go. Also, the wind is picking up again, so if you can hear that sound, that would be what it is. So, unfortunately, not something I can control. I could record it at a later date, but now is kind of the optimal time to do it. Oh, I don't know why that happened. So, for those not in the know, the reason that I had that huge recording session, because I did like 6 videos, this is the first video that was not recorded when I started fall, so a lot of these were just done all at once. I guess I can sell that back to him here. I cannot sell that back to him. Okay, never mind then. But either way, I recorded a huge batch and got them all taken care of, except for that last one that I mentioned, because I was helping somebody as chief editor for their book, and I am almost done with that. I've got 3 chapters left out of 36, so I'm nearly there. So it was pretty dang close to having enough videos. I could have edited that one more and probably just like plowed through the last 3 chapters if need be, but I just figured it would probably be best to not run that risk. Hey Shane, you get how many times I have to tell you to leave me alone? Well, I came to Bri to bring you this. There we go. He's like slowly gonna start warming up to us here. Where is he? He's at 3 hearts. we've had his 2 heart event, but there's still more time for quite a bit of other things to occur with his storyline. And I'm going to put all this stuff up, but I'm going to grab the eggs from the coop as well, because I want to keep on top of that. They don't go bad or anything if you leave them here, for the record. It's just, I want to make sure that for that quest, that it's taken care of. Okay, there we go. We'll put this away. If this says it's commonly used in construction, just on the off chance I need it for something, I'm actually going to leave it in there. This can go here. I actually don't know what I've been doing with the dishes. I guess I've been leaving them in here, so I'll continue to do that. I will hang on to the coffee, though. Put those away. Ooh, that's tempting. We have well, not exactly enough. We have a tiny bit more than enough to go and do that. So I could get that one done. I don't think I can do the apple because I think I need 3, right? Yeah, I do need 3. You know what? Let's spice things up. I'm going to do it. I'm going to head over there. I'm going to put in the... We're going to get the quality crops done, and I think I'm going to buy the 25,000 one. I think I'm going to do it. That's the biggest bundle, money-wise, that's in there. It gives a very good reward, and it will also incentivize me to really put the pedal to the metal on making money. Alright, there we go. That's the quality crops done. So we've got the preserves jar. That just leaves waiting on the animals to do their thing. Which I do believe they are still, as of right now. Yeah, that looks like they're still babies, so they cannot produce any milk yet. But give it time. Oh, right, I literally just said that and I forgot what I was doing. Whoops. So here are options: 2,500, 25,000, 5,000, and 10,000. So you could do like the 5, 10, and 25, or the 5, 10, and 2,500. You could do all those. But nope, we're going to go big. We're going to get the crystallarium. Insert a gem of your choice and it will grow copies. I'm looking forward to making very good use of that. In fact, before we head to the mines... Hey, Mario. In fact, before we head to the mines, I might quickly drop that off on my farm and go ahead and get a gem going. I've got one in mind that I want to do, and it's a pretty obvious answer, but doesn't mean that it won't be any less useful. I don't remember where you get the recipe for that crystallarium, though. I believe that's one of your mining ones, so I'm not even going to put it on screen. I'm pretty sure I've already showed it. Showed it, whichever it is. Either way. We're going to put the crystallarium right here. The preserves jar I don't really have a spot for right now, so I'm just going to leave it here. As for what gem, it's probably pretty obvious. The diamond's got the most versatility. It's one of the ones that's worth the most. You can gift it to quite a fair few people as their loved option, so that's what I'm going to be going with. Yep, I have already pet all the animals for the day, so we're good there. So back to the mines we go. That is not the mines. Let's try that again. I am going to really quickly take a look and see what's all getting kind of close on the Monster Slayer achievements here. Getting a little closer on the bats. All this stuff we'll see later on for these 4. I'm actually going to check that one more time, because there was one thing on there I wanted to check. Slimes, void spirits, bats, skeletons. Yeah, skeletons, there's not too many, and it's not too hard to get it. We just haven't been on the floors where they appear, so that's why they're not there. I think I actually am going to do it. Yeah, I think I'm going to give it a good go right now. And that is, we're going to start from floor, we'll say about 5. For 2 reasons. Well, a couple reasons. One, the slimes are obviously easier to kill here. So if you're going for your getting all the slimes, this is obviously the ideal. And I'm actually going to keep using the warp trick, but I'm going to do it on a smaller floor, I think. Let's try 15. Maybe 25? Is 25 a smaller floor? No, it's not really. But the thing is, I want to start killing these little insect things a little bit more. Not specifically for the bug meat they drop, although that can definitely be helpful, but for another item they can potentially drop, and this is also an area where the dwarf scroll that we're missing could appear too. So those are part of the reasons that I'm going for them, but there's another drop that they can potentially give me that I'm looking for. And no, it's not the latter either, I'm afraid. Might quickly poke down there and see if there's anything, though. While we're down here, we can also pick up some copper, because we've been focusing primarily on gold, but copper could still absolutely come in handy for some stuff. I don't think I'm gonna sprint back down there. We'll go back up. Give it another try here. The odds of what I'm looking for here appearing are pretty low, admittedly. But that said, we do want to still try and find it. And the bug meat will come in handy, too, for fishing later on, when I finally do upgrade the fishing rod. So we have that little bonus going for us, too. One of our big quests on the bigger bulletin board will be picking up a lot of bug meat as well. I don't remember how many pieces it is. I think it's 100. Which really, as long as you are just kind of doing stuff like this, as you can see, it's not too terribly hard. And like, we've already got 27, and I wasn't even actively trying for the bug meat, so it's not a particularly difficult quest to do. There's a couple bugs here. Trying for the scroll by doing this, too. Well, worth a try. Don't see anything immediately right there, so we'll skip past that. Just a rock. Wrong way. Worth a shot. It's always worth a try. A lot of them here. Wow. Keep swinging. Eventually we're going to find it. Get that one last guy down here. Take a little peek down here. Doesn't look like there's much. I feel like that one is a crab right here. No, it's not. Wow, figured it would be. Just the way the shadowing looked a little odd there, but I guess it was not. Yeah, truthfully, I'm not sure for hunting for this what the best floor would be to attempt to coax that out of an enemy, but maybe I'll check that off screen after this video is done, and then I'd have a better idea. But again, if nothing else, we get the bug meat out of this, and that will definitely come in handy later on. Hey, there we go. There's the dwarf scroll. We're not going to be able to donate that today as it's far too late, but we do have it, so that means that it was not a total loss. I probably won't find both things that I was looking for down here today, but I at least got one of them, and that makes me quite happy to see. The thing, it's not exclusively dropped by enemies or anything. This is just one way I've seen that it's decently easy to find. Oh, there is one little thing down here. Take that. I think that's about all we're getting, but that's alright. Like I said, it was not a total loss. We did get the scroll, and that was... Of the two, that was probably the one I wanted more immediately, even if the other one was more important in the long term. Drop that in there. This, the slimes, because why not? I don't know why I opened this. I meant to open this for the bug meat. There we go. We actually didn't have a lot. That was a pretty good chunk of it right there. But yeah, this will all come to pay off whenever I do get that. Having all the lures and everything. As for here, toss all of this. So I didn't realize I put some clay in there by accident. Be able to get to my bed, potentially, but... Oh, nope, we're good. Cool. I was gonna say, at least I'll make it inside the house. And there we go. We spent pretty much all we had in order to get that bundle done, or at least that specific one done inside of the community center, but we made about half of it back, which is good. Those pumpkins, man, though, they're doing the Lord's work over there. That wasn't even all of them, remember, because we saved a couple of them, and we also put 5 in the community center. So this is the kind of output you can get on those. It is extremely good. That's why that and the cranberry is the best one. The cranberries didn't give you as much, but remember, you get multiple harvests out of them without having to replant. So it's got that bonus going for it. Tomorrow, the spirits will be mad and the weather will be perfect for the fair. That's right, the fair will be in the next video. Will not be the 15th, but it'll be the 16th. And as for what we're going to do for that, you can probably already guess, but if you haven't seen the game before, you might not know. But either way, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. And in the next episode, we'll probably be looking at potentially... Oh, hi, Jody. Well, we'll be looking at having Jody to talk to, I suppose. Yay. I've already said I don't like her for some reason, but I don't know why specifically. I'm actually going to skip this. We'll never know. We won't know what she's going to do. It'll be exciting. I already pretty much know what that scene is going to be. But either way, we've made a little bit of progress here on our skills, but I'm thinking predominantly we're going to be working towards getting that, the last of the money needed for the bundles. We've got enough for the 10,000, so we need to get about 17,500 for the remaining money bundles. And we can absolutely do that pretty quickly. So we might have the option to do that fairly soon, but I will wager it will have to wait until after the fair because it's not going to let us put anything in the center. Regardless, I will see you all in the next one. Take care, and see you then.